want to look good in front of me, you want to have good impression about yourself, and you do certain actions. Right? What else? Yes.
Overall idea or overall judgment of people can't take from
misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding.
Okay. Attitude or deliberate behavior?
Deliberate behavior or.
But isn't it a manipulation? Deliberate attempt, is it not a manipulation of one's own impression?
Perception of others.
Okay, perception. How can you justify that? A bit like some idea?
Like perception of any others. Like if I have a perception of anyone, that this guy or this person gives a big idea.
A prior
Belief.
belief. Yes, you can say that is a bit right.
Pre-belief.
Or a pre-belief. A pre-belief can be. You can write something on it. Because a person might have some preconcepts of something or preconceptions of about certain kind of people. See, if somebody is wearing certain kinds of clothes, may look upon in a different manner, may look down. Okay. So, shall we proceed for an introduction quickly? Okay. Now, the introduction part is again. What we need is about 45-50 words. That's the ideal size. Right? So, how to begin with? Because I would recommend only 3 sentences. Or 3 good, solid sentences should be there in either introduction. You can see in my blogs, like I have recommended that there are only 3 good sentences. First, you start with the general sentences. Link it with the idea. It should have some connection with it. Then in the preference kind of essays, where you have to compare 2 preferences, then both the elements of both the sides should be combined. And then you give your thesis statement or leave the topic open so that you can discuss. In the agreement disagreement, you can give a clue as to what you're going to write. Give a hint of it. In this also it is possible that you can give hint, but because you have to justify the 3rd passage, what is your preference, you can do that. So we start with the first sentence, that is a general statement. Who will help me? You need to help me. Yes, please. Or help yourself, come on. Come on, there should not be so long silence pause. You must speak wrong or right, it is up to you, but don't pause it, okay? People who will be watching video will be bored out, okay? So making for others so that they can benefit from it.
The first sentence could be, sir, the ready makes him, first impression is the last impression.
Very good, okay, go ahead. Just speak out.
The next is first impression, the last impression, which prolongs from centuries. But I believe that.
Then you are straight away you started with the belief and all. So why you are including in the preference kind of essays belief and all? Because you are closing. You are restricting or limiting your approach, radius. So what you can do is you can just leave something open that judging. People they have tendency of judging in first impression. Some people have tendency of. So you can start with. We're talking about because we are writing journal, so we don't have to just like some people. Okay, some people have belief or tendency. Okay, have tendency, because we are working on structures also. Tendency
to judge people.
Of what?
Tendency to judge.
Tendency to judge. Are you sure? tendency of judging.
Someone.
Others.
Okay, others. We use initially. You can write down on the side some vocabulary that strikes to you. You can keep on noting down that.
In first
You can
confrontation.
enrich later on. Yes.
In first
In first
confrontation.
confrontation. Okay, that's a good. In first confrontation. Okay. Now you can contrast it because you have to talk about the other topic here. You can bring it up. Whereas contrasting is whereas
Some people
yes
would take time, would accumulate altogether lots of
accumulate.
judgment,
Okay,
lots of
Accumulate
judgment.
more time to
accumulate more time. Would take more time.
Accumulate the judgment.
Some take more time.
Multiple. Why don't you use that? They would take multiple chances, or they would like to judge several times before concluding something, or before you form a picture of some. Come on, very good. Whereas some would prefer
To accumulate multiple judgments of others.
some would make a final opinion. Is it that?
Yeah, final opinion, that's true.
Okay. Prefer to
make
analyze will be fine.
Analyze.
Analyze someone. Analyze
Someone.
several times before formulating what?
Judgment.
Formulating
Opinion.
a final opinion. Final opinion. Okay. Now we need to opinion. Now let's once again review it. Okay, before we finalize because all the three sentences should be so good that you create first impression. The topic is the same. Okay, so you need to have a first impression. But they're going to judge you very nicely. Okay, if it is required, they will read it twice. So some people have tendency of judging others in first confrontation, whereas some would prefer to analyze several times before formulating final decision or formulating a final opinion or final judgment or final what do you call the topic is we can say character, impressions of a character, creating a final impression of a character. Okay, so this is fine. Now we can say that both these approaches, because we are talking about the both these approaches. Now I've just given a clue. Both these approaches, there are two approaches. These approaches have or has? Have. Okay,
Have.
very good. Have its own
Its own characteristic.
its own characteristic. Scratch your hat a bit. Its own
abilities.
advantages,
Importance. Advantages.
disadvantages, merits and demerits,
Pros and cons.
pros and cons. Because now you leave it open, right? Has its own pros
Cons.
and
Cons.
cons. we leave it there itself. Okay, need not extend beyond that. Right? Now, one more final sentence where you are putting what? A kind of final decision statement.